Morning, Mel. It's under the tree, Mel and Tony, where we meet every Sunday, Wednesday. Mel, how life goes.
Life is going great, Tony. I
Yeah,
won't complain. I can't complain. God is indeed an awesome God.
he is.
Faithful, loving, kind, true.
So what you trying to say? You want me sing this morning, or you want me preach? Which one?
Sure. Either one. Sure. It's a good way to start a new day.
I know you was gonna say that. I know. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. But I choose preaching today. But
Okay.
uh, the, we're gonna take first 5 cents from a biblical perspective. I can preach today. Yeah. When you take the Bible tells us a lot of things. Do we think we listen and read and research? Most people read what they want to read. They read in the Bible. The Bible is a book. What was written? Some people say the Bible is written by some homosexuals. Deep. Some people say it was written by inspired men. Some people say the Bible was rewritten. Some people say, well, the Bible is a storybook. Some people say the Bible is just a book. The question I ask everybody, what do you say? Here's the real problem. Some people say they got a New King James Version. Some people say they got a King James Version. Some people say they got the Red Bible. Some people say they got the Black Bible. Everything about the Bible. Some people say this is the second Bible. The Bible is black, written by black men. Then some people come back and say, no, the Bible is written by white men. So it's only you say something. You just might find something, but you won't say something. Go on, say something. Say
Uh,
something.
it
You told something. Let me.
is a very interesting 5 cents that you're focusing on this morning. And my take on that, especially with the fact that the Bible, so many versions, and it really is a cultural determining perspective as to how people view and value this sacred book. The thing that I take from it is that it is an account of life from the perspective of man's relationship with God. Yes, there are many other writings that teaches about man's relationship with God. And the one thing that I walk away from is that whatever an individual holds regarding the writings of the Bible, which is perceived as the Word of God, is that we all have been ushered into the earth in a region, in a specific time, and for a purpose. And what we have to do is to accept or reject based on what convictions we have as individuals. The thing about it is, we take that one piece of humanity's total experience. And we use it as a weapon, we use it as a whip, we use it to control others. But in all honesty, there are many accounts concerning humanity, and it is in faith that individuals open that book, read it, understand it. The problem is when we try to indoctrinate others, sway them, ridicule them, condemn them because of their beliefs. Men wrote the books. That's what it said. We are man,
Inspired, man. Yeah.
male and female. God inspires each of us because what is inspiration? Inspiration is that what originates from within. The thing is, I can be inspired by evil, I could be inspired by good. It has to do with where I am grounded.
Mhm. So, in other words, what you're saying to me now, I want you to elaborate on this because you're going right where I want to go. So, what you're saying to me, if it's Jehovah Witness is the real,
No, what I am saying to you
okay, what you,
is that every race, creed, color, religious sect have their bend or their perspective
from the same Bible?
on what life is about. No, not everyone accepts the Bible, just like you say. Some
Mhm.
people say it's written by sissies. Some people have a perspective about sissies. Some
Right.
people say it was actually written by the devil himself.
Mhm.
Again, it is perspectives. Now, I could be judged and say, oh, you're going to hell and this, whatever. Whatever people believe, that's on them. At the end of the day, if we really look at what is in the Bible, we know that every man, woman, child
Mhm.
must give an account for that which they believe.
Mhm.
Our beliefs is grounded in our socialization, meaning, just like I said, I was born in the Bahamas to two poor Black Bahamian people.
Uh-huh.
Someone else was born in the Bahamas to a poor and a middle class Black. Another was born to two whites who are poor. Another was born to two rich who are white or two rich who are Black. And based on where we were born, we were exposed to different things. Okay? We
Mhm.
cannot definitively say that this is right or that is wrong.
If
The
I read, you're right. What are you saying? And a lot of folks has to understand this. The problem with not the Bible itself, the problem that people who reads the Bible,
it's humanity,
right?
mankind.
You could read the Bible and you could have different opinion. So that's why you have different religion.
But not
But
only
wait,
that.
wait, I'm gonna let you go.
Mhm.
But here the problem is that somebody wants to reign supreme. So this is the problem.
There you have it. Who's
So
right, who's wrong,
yeah,
ongoing.
and so that is the religion fight. That is why you could take it now. You could take the show. That is why we have this
Mhm.
problem in society today. That's why the Christians.
And when you look at religion and the role it plays in the world at large,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
I think that is the biggest bone of contention
mhm.
next to race.
Yes, it is. It's a
next
big
to
one
race, and
because
it is
you have all the people who read the same Bible. This one will be Seventh Adventist. This one will be Lutheran, and this one will be Catholic. This one will be Anglican. But they reading the same. Everybody reading the same Bible
all
to
of
me.
that is all of those that you mentioned is Christian, but you have
Muslim.
other religions,
Yeah.
yeah, the
But
Muslim,
what
the
I'm saying,
Hindu,
correct? The Hindu,
yes.
and all of them read. But you know what is right? What kills me is the Black heritage, right? The Black heritage religion, but they read from King James version, but they have a different tone.
Whilst there are black accounts,
Yes.
the origin of man and man's journey through the ages. Okay,
So we
look at,
confuse. Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, look at the historical perspective of it. Look
Mhm,
at the writings
mhm.
when they came into existence. There were writings before the Bible, there were writings that pointed man to the Creator. Okay,
You
I
go.
understand that the Bible was, from what I can see, designed to trace the lineage of Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Okay? It
Mhm.
also traces the historical connection of a chosen people, the Israelites.
Mhm.
Now, just on that alone, there is the dispute about who are the true Israelites. So you
Who are
can
the
go
true?
on
Yeah.
and
Who are the
on
true
and
image? Mhm.
on
And
about
it can be
discussions. And that
and it
is
can be
why,
confusing. Mhm.
personally, I do not subscribe beliefs, because beliefs is an individual thing that is grounded in our personal entry point into this world.
We had to when I was growing up, I had to go to church every Sunday
I did too.
without fail. And one of the things I think my parents were trying to install in me, not that the fact that I must be this biblical totem, Bible totem, what they was trying to do is grounded me in the right way of living, in their opinion, in their religion. But what has happened now today, um, most kids don't want to be grounded in that way.
Tony,
Mhm.
I in my health emphasis
Uh-huh.
have introduced the 8 dimensions of wellness.
Mhm.
Parallel to that is the 8 dominions or the dimensions of health and the determinants of health. Okay? Religion, beliefs, they are all intertwined. Education is what is at the basis of Bahamians in particular moving away from the narrow perspective of religion and Christianity to embracing diversity, because ad- it is integrated into most degrees programs. So anyone with a bachelor's degree or above, right,
Mhm.
begin to open their minds to looking at things and not narrowly rejecting and accepting. These people are in the front of our children on a daily basis, teaching them to be open minded as well.
Mhm.
We, on the other hand, are busy on the job trying to get the money to pay the teacher to expose our children. Okay?
Exactly.
So, therefore, when you look at the cycle and the integration and the interconnection between how society is evolving and how the belief systems of Bahamians are changing,
Mhm.
those of us that have been holding on to the old time religion, holding on to that single source of
Mhm.
spiritual guidance, are losing battle. Now, the question is, what's the quality of life? What's the
Well,
destination and the final call when
well,
it comes to what we believed and what our children are being exposed to, the quality of life that they have, the quality of life that we have,
mhm. but
and
but
how religion and the Bible
Mhm.
influence where we are, where we're headed, what we are experiencing on a daily basis.
All the children or all the teenager, we go
Mhm.
there, all the teenager, they're running from the church, and you know why?
Why?
The church has missed the calling. The church, I said we can, I said we can preach today. The church is still designed on the old teaching.
But you know, the thing about it is,
Go on, go on.
believe it or not, the
Hmm.
teaching is the same. It's just that it has been opened up. It
Yeah,
has gone from the bigger picture to go into the micro level
yeah. We.
of the
Mhm.
origin, the relevance,
Mhm.
the relatability of it, right?
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
practicality as it
Ah, there you go.
relates to
That's right.
day to day living.
See
The
what is.
fear, the
Mhm.
fear
Mhm.
that religion invoked in us as
Ah.
children
Mhm.
is no longer taking effect on our children, but it still has a mental image in our
Mhm.
heads,
Mhm.
and we are seeing them as lost, whereas they see themselves as more connected, more authentic, more understanding, having a better understanding of who God is
See,
and their relationship to Him.
see what has transpired when I say teenager and I was going on the road.
Mhm.
Fire and brimstone is the fair.
Mhm.
Teenagers don't want to hear about fair, but the Bible itself is based on love. Now,
Yes.
what's right?
Yes.
So, if we start to take on the love approach, show the love side of the Bible instead of the fair, I think we'll bring our kids back to the church. Now,
I agree a
let's
hundred
look at the
percent.
let's look at the homosexuals for a little bit. We so dogmatic of picking one issue of the Bible to beat these young people.
Maybe two.
Yeah. And so when the person who needs to come to church, the homosexuals, to hear the word in a love setting, what they hear, condemn it to death. God has this, that. But listen the problem, and then you could take the show from me. Listen the problem. Here's the problem. We beat them so much. One principles, one beating. We don't talk about all the crime in the country. We talk about God hate homosexuals. We don't talk about God hate crime. God hate you sweethearting. God hate this. We talk about. So now you want to bring these homosexuals to church so they hear the love side and understand that what they are doing, they might have issues, mental issues, or what they might have issues. But this could be changed by love, by God love you. God's want to hear you. God want to hear you. God love you and he believe in you. And you supposed to be this beacon light. And this is how a man, woman, a man and woman together should be man and woman. See, we so set in our biblical, hardcore, I don't know what to say it is. You could bring it to me more.
They're
And
invoking.
fair and woking.
Yeah.
Those days, see, those days is done because you said it. The kids with the bachelor degrees, as standing in front of your classroom now, is teaching psychology, is using psychology with the kids. So what you think your kids need understanding and they breaking it down because they're more educated. So they're breaking it down. They're breaking the Bible down line for line. So the kids could understand. We are still screaming and shouting at them. But in the classroom, in the religious knowledge, they're breaking it down. Um, in the Bible in depth, we're talking about in depth. So highly strange, but love, forgiveness, love. We're talking about our topic is the
The
simple life.
simple life.
Watch the simple life. Love, forgiveness, passion, patience, care. The simple things. Go ahead.
And it's interesting that you went there because that's
Mhm.
exactly
Mhm.
what I reflected on in terms of coming right from the Bible.
Yeah,
Fruits of the
it's right there.
Spirit.
Everything
Okay?
you need right there.
Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self control.
Mhm.
These are all personal, these are not external.
There you go.
They all are within you,
In
which
you.
means that
Everyday living.
all of the things that people are being judged on, if I'm homosexual, if I'm
Mhm.
promiscuous, if
Mhm.
I am a thief, if I'm a liar, they are all originating from the spiritual state that
Mhm.
I reside in. And religion doesn't give you the fruit of the Spirit. It doesn't bring peace, love, joy, patience, kindness. Obedience to the Bible is not the answer. Connection and alignment with the Spirit of God is the answer. And
Mhm.
it's on an individual basis. And that's why, for me, I say the Bible is an account of the relationship and the supremacy and the faithfulness of God towards humanity.
Mhm.
And the fact that when humanity, human beings, individuals surrender themselves to Him, not in the avoidance of breaking the Ten Commandments, like you say, or the avoidance of hell, fire, and brimstone, but on the basis of the love relationship,
There you go.
on the basis that I am created in the likeness and image of my Creator. So, His likeness, His image, the likeness is the character, the image is the physical structure. So, what does the Bible teach concerning that other writings do not teach?
Mhm. Yeah.
Other religions do not teach.
Yeah. So so you
They
look
all point to God.
all point to God. But you see what is scary? What is scary? This is very scary. The people who preach to you and the people who often you see studying all the time. watch what I can say, and don't take this literally. This is, and you could do your own. I do my own little maths, my own statistic. They always look crazy to me.
What? Who?
The people who read the Bible and study a lot of times, and
Well, I could.
always look crazy. And the reason, you check it, and when they approach you. Your opinion of them is like, oh, this is a crazy woman.
Well, again,
So how you think the kids, how you think the teenagers feel when they show up to talk to you?
I think, Tony, you're speaking of those individuals who basically intensely stand firm on their interpretation of what they read. See, because there
Mm-hmm.
are people who are reading the Bible that study it just as much as they do, but they do not feel like
Boast.
I'm the only one who's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
And the folks that you described are those people who basically process, and they hold firm to that conviction.
Mm-hmm.
And the more they hold on to it, the more they see that what they are understanding is correct and everyone else is wrong.
But guess what? Go
Yeah.
ahead. Guess what? You finish, and I'll tell you
And
something.
that's where all the wrongs that have been done in the name of religion originate, because people take the whip and they think that they can whip people into believing. But belief is a personal processing exercise. The conviction comes based on where you stand and who you're looking to
Mm-hmm.
for endorsement, for support, for guidance, for enhancement.
But
And when people are grounded in error, things will go wrong. When people are grounded in truth, more truth comes. See, what we hold on to
mm-hmm.
grows. What we feed grows. So if we
Mm.
feed error, more error is going to grow. If we feed truth, and the thing about it is, what people believe is like, oh, you remember when the Church of God used to say wearing jewelry and pants is demonic, but now all they doing is wearing jewelry? When you were grounded in error
Mm-hmm.
and you feel or you come to a light concerning something that was originally misinterpreted. And that's where the problem is. You hear that word? Misinterpretation. So, interpretation is the grounding, how
You
we interpret what we are exposed to.
see what is hard for young people. You work on the job where you are the pastor in the church, you are the pastor's wife, or you somebody in leadership in the church. But on the job, you display a whole total what you preach in the pulpit or what you stand up and say. Because your meanness on the job, nobody really wants to fool with you. But in the church, you reading the Bible and praising God. See, when young people see this on their job, because it happens a lot on the job. That's how you know what the people is all about.
And on
When
the street
when young people
too,
see
on
this,
wherever you go. It's
yeah, but
like,
majority is on the job because a lot of people have issues
yeah. But
with
guess what,
Christians on the
Tony?
job.
But guess what, Tony?
Mhm.
That's the sponge philosophy right there. What's
Mhm.
in you is going to come out when you're squeezed. If you
But
squeeze orange,
Mm.
Apple juice is not going to come out. Orange, the juice
But
of,
the little things that you preach.
but
See,
that's character. And
I know
that's,
the cat. There you go. I go
and
with the
that's,
character.
and that has to
The
do
character.
again with your core beliefs, your core conviction. You
Mhm,
can speak from your mouth,
mhm.
but what comes from here
Yes. Mhm,
and what resides in here is
mhm.
going to come out when things get tough.
Yeah. And before I close, it's simply that we're talking about simple life. I believe the Bible was written, like I say, with love, for love. And I think the Bible is simple. We
It is.
complicate it. We complicate it.
And
We
and it's tarnished
yes.
by
And we don't need to do that.
human
Yeah.
interpretation.
We don't need to manipulate anybody. We don't need to juck and jive anybody but the Bible. We need to tell the story simply where it is, and how it is. And if it's based on love, before I close, I can let you talk and then I'm gonna close. Um, if it's based on love, as Christians, you have to display that.
And
You display it everywhere you go, straight across the board. The way you teach, the way you preach, the way you work, the way you do. It has to be across the board, and it can't be you tell me, oh well, I could teach the man 15 minutes on the job, and it's okay too because you're on the job. See, but when somebody sleep around, you make a big issue of it. See, you picking and the and it causes so much controversy because
mhm,
people now throw it back in your face.
yeah,
And so we need now, I'm gonna let you close. We need now more love.
fruits of the spirit.
We need to share this everywhere we go. And you Christians who got these power on these jobs, who sit in these chair, because this is where this is coming from. You have to learn that God put you there. And so you have to treat people just how you like to be treated. And what is so powerful, you say you're Christians, you're toting the Bible with you. You're reading the Bible every day. You know the Bible is based on love. So give love. Mel?
Yep. And so my final word is judge not that ye be not judged. We have to respect individuals religiously, socially, economically, in every regard, in every realm of human existence. Differences exist. And I think that's why a lot of the universities, in spite of the fact that they too teach one thing and live something else,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to respect individual choices
Mm-hmm.
and realize that God has given us freedom of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we believe like you do, whether we eat like you do, whether we dance and sleep and drink, whatever it is, remember we all have to answer only to one person if we believe in the Bible and what it teaches. Um, to be human is to simply live from the place of love. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. And so I close with this. Love is the most powerfulest thing in the world. That's how we meet people. That's how we greet people. That's how that's what it is. So give love today. This is our topic. Our topic was simply living a simple life. Everybody know. Don't let them fool you. Everybody know the Lord Jesus Christ. Everybody know God. Don't. Some might say the atheist. Some might say, but trust me, if you throw a rock and hit them in the head, suddenly, the first thing they can say, "Oh God, you tried to kill me." So that's my show for the day. Enjoy it, everybody. Enjoy.
Yep.
Have a
See
good
you
day.
on Sunday,
Yeah.
4
I'll see you
p.m.
Sunday at 4 p.m. right here Mel and Tony, Under the Tree, where we meet every Wednesday 7:15 and Sunday at 4 o'clock. Have a great day.